welcome back to my biblical journey. As you can see, I'm in a slightly different location. I have been ousted from my usual spot as my wife wants to watch the Buccaneers. Yay. Fair enough. As you can see, I'm in Japan. Little guy floating his boat. So it's been, it's been over a week since my last video, which is poor of me. Just been a lot going on. My daughter had her birthday party for her 6th birthday. It's not actually her birthday yet, but she had the birthday party, and that was arranging all sorts of things. A bit of chaos. Also, the week's been so hot here in Cyprus. We've been hitting, in Nicosia we were hitting 40, we hit 49 yesterday. 49! That's crazy. It's just been so hot. I haven't been able to think properly, really. So yeah, a bit of a catch up. So last time we covered Genesis 4, which was Cain and Abel, and Cain going off to the land of Nod and knowing his wife, and was still, in my head anyway, still trying to work out whether that is a case of it being a family member, or whether there were other people on the earth, which for me seems the most likely. As I said, if you were a family member, whether it was a distant niece or a estranged sister or whatever, would you, there were no preconceptions about the whole family member situation then, but would you want to be with the guy that murdered a brother? Probably not. So that's where we're at. So Genesis 5, this is going to be a little bit of a slog because it seems to be covering the line of Adam, and it's also showing us the ages that people lived to. So most likely, as I said, for them to have lived such long lives, because initially I thought, okay, maybe it's that we have misinterpreted the how they perceive time, but a year is still a year. I mean, even then you had a rotation of the earth, so a year was a year. And for them to have had so many members in their family, and for Adam to still be having kids at the same time that Cain's family had like a whole line of children, I don't know, seems I personally think that the fact that it is Adam's line and he is specifically made by God to tend the Garden of Eden, it led to an almost supernatural length of life. That's my interpretation of it. I could be wrong, but that's the fun of it, isn't it? It's like we're just going through this and trying to work it out as best we can, and make sure that the Word of God is actually out there. One thing that I'd like to do before I get going on this, as you've probably seen in Greece and in Cyprus, there's been, as I say, unbearable heat. In Cyprus we've had wildfires, people have lost their lives, so just may God be with all of the families and the ones that have lost their lives. It's at times like that you need You need support. You need love of your neighbours and support of the people around you. And that's exactly what this is about, isn't it? Love thy neighbour. If you can't love your neighbour, regardless of their circumstance, in circumstances like that, you need to lay everything aside and just be there for them. So God bless you all. God bless you all. Right. So Genesis number 5. Okay, as I say, bit of a slog, so bear with me. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, he made him in the likeness of God. He created them male and female and blessed them, and he called their name Adam in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, after his own image, and he called his name Seth. So Seth was his third son, and Adam was 130 when he had him, 130 years of age. As I say, I had my kids when I was late 30s, mid to late 30s. 130. My goodness, no. Barely do that now. But yeah, okay. So this is why I say the elongated life, it's either a misconception of time or it's an elongated life, thanks to God. And the days of Adam after he begat Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. So after he'd reached 130, he lived another 800 years, and he had more sons and daughters. I mean, all credit to Adam and Eve. I mean, if it was a case of needing to populate the earth, then 800 years is going to certainly help with that. But my goodness. Okay. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enoch. And after he begat Enoch, Seth lived 807 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. So as we're seeing here, is like the family's got ridiculously long life. Just I can't fathom it. I mean, in this day and age of there being entertainment and all sorts of things, living to 900 years of age, you couldn't even imagine it. Your body's already sort of like feeling older when you're sort of like hitting in your, well, even for me now, in my 40s, and body can feel a bit old, but 800, 900 years. It has to be like this extra God energy in this family line, in the bloodline. And Enoch lived 90 years and begat Canaan. And after he begat Canaan, Enoch lived 815 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years and begat Mahalaleel. And after he begat Mahalaleel, Canaan lived 840 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalaleel, very difficult, for me anyway, lived 65 years and begat Jared. And after he begat Jared, Mahalaleel lived 830 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalaleel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years and begat Enoch. And after he begat Enoch, Jared lived 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God 300 years after he begat Methuselah, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and then he was not, for God took him. So Enoch lived a much shorter period than everyone else. Why was that? That's interesting. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begat Lamech. And after he begat Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and begat a son. And he called his name Noah, saying, This one shall comfort us, concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord has cursed. And after he begat Noah, Lamech lived 595 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So Noah was 500 when he first had his first brood. Okay, so that's the end of Genesis 5. It was just like a family tree rundown. But what's intrigued me there is why Enoch was such a short life in comparison. And Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God 300 years after he begat Methuselah. And he begat sons and daughters. So 365 years of age instead of the what's seemingly usual, the 800 and something. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and then he was not, for God took him. Now, is that the same Enoch when we're talking about the book of Enoch? Let's have a look. Enoch is a biblical figure and patriarch prior to Noah's food, and the son of Jared and father of Methuselah. So yes. Now then, I've heard a lot about the book of Enoch, but is that so the book of Enoch is an ancient Jewish text that's not included in the canonical Bible for most Christian and Jewish traditions. Traditionally attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, composed of several sections including the Book of Watches, the Book of Parables, and the Astronomical Book. Explores themes such as the nature of sin, the fate of sinners, and the coming judgment. Now, if anyone's interested, we can delve into the Book of Enoch. I know it's not part of the canonical Bible, as they've said, but if what I want to try and cover in this, as well as it being a reading of the Bible and what have you, I do want to sort of like explore it, expand it, try and understand all of the stories and the people that come from it. So I already mentioned a few episodes ago that we could delve into the myth of Lilith, which we can do at a later stage. But the Book of Enoch's intriguing me, so I might do that a bit sooner. I'll do it as a side video. So next video we'll still continue with Genesis 6, but I'll also release the book of Enoch and go over that, because that sounds interesting as well. So I might even start that this week, because I feel bad that I only dished out one in like 9 days. So yeah, good. Strange chapter, this one, but yeah, I'm not going to skip. I'm not going to skip anything. So we're going to go through it bit by bit. But thank you for joining me. And once again, thanks for all the support. Thank you for the new viewers. It's very difficult to get YouTube videos viewed. One person even asked me in the comments, do I know why the views are low? Yeah, it's all to do with the algorithm. The more views I can get from people from maybe Facebook groups or my own friends and people sharing it, then the algorithm starts to see that they are being viewed, and they'll start promoting them more naturally. So it's like it's a bit of a natural growth. I could also pay to put this out there, but that was never really my intention. But we'll see. We'll see. Just as I said in the last episode, even if like it helps 2 or 3 people, then I'm happy. I have got other projects on the go where I'll be having another YouTube channel dedicated to my other interests. That will be something else that I'll be dishing out there. So apologies for people that is on my Facebook feed or Instagram for getting these updates. But thanks to you guys, I'm getting views at all. So thank you. And anyway, I will not hold you up. See you next time for another chapter of my Bible journey. God bless.